Welcome to another day of our practicals on video editing and 3D animation. Today we'll be learning how to use the Renderforest app. So this is my Chrome browser. I'll be typing in Renderforest on my Chrome browser. That's the app, so I'll click on it. That's Renderforest here too. This is Renderforest, so I'll click on it again. So this is Renderforest interface. Because you've not used this app before, you come here to sign up. So you click on this icon to sign up. So when you click on this icon, the sign up option is no longer showing on my own screen because I've already signed up. So but for you, it will show on your screen because you've not used the app before. So you're going to click on the sign up icon and enter your details. Then when you are done entering your details, when you're done signing up, you can now be able to use the app. Or better still, go to your Play Store to download the app. I have a downloaded version of the app. This is my own interface. This is my own app. So this is the home page of the app. The home page is the first page you see when you enter any website. So this is the home page. So I'll go to the template page. These are the templates. There are a lot of things you can do with the Renderforest app. The Renderforest app is a very big app. It is used mostly by video editors to create their videos. We have animation videos. On the animation videos, we also have whiteboard animation toolkits. The whiteboard we created using the Benime app. You can also do that using the Renderforest app. It's also I say it is high. It's a higher version than the Benime app. You can try it out. You also have intros and logos. You have social media videos, you have invitation videos, you have slideshow presentation videos. These are some of the things you can create using the Renderforest app. So let's start. To start, I'm going to click on my videos. So I'm going to click on template projects. I'm going to click on this template projects. Then I'm going to select the template I want to use, and because we're using a pro version of the app, you look for templates that don't have crown on them. Let me see if I will see something like that. These ones are free version templates. So I'm going to use a template that does not have that does not have crown on them. So let me try this. Let me this for logo. Then this is where you add your text. So I'm going to be adding my text, Coach Beauty's creation. Then you add the music. You come down here where you have music to add music to the logo. So I'm going to click on this icon to preview it. Okay, let me add logo. Use stock image. I don't know if I have any stock image. Let me see if I can find one. Okay. Let me use this. Let's preview it. Fast preview. So I'm going to wait for it to process before we preview it. And it's going to, okay, it's already exporting with watermark. So yeah, it's still processing. Okay, it's ready. Let's play it. Okay, you can still edit it some more. When you go back to if you're not satisfied, you can edit some more, or you can close it. this was what we created. And you can see that it has watermark. It has watermark. That's because you're using a free version of the app. These ones now, this crown means these are pro versions. You cannot use it. You have to pay to use this version of the app. So you can download with watermark and then remove the watermark. I'll show you how to remove the watermark. But no, let me just go back. Now let me select templates. Let me select template for my 3D animation. Let me look for a sample template to use. Okay, let me use this one. So this is something I've created before, but this is something I created before. Let me close it. Let me use a different one. It's not showing me. Okay, to add scene. This is something I've created before. To add scene or to add a scene or add scene, to add your scene, you click on this addition sign. You click here to add scene to your work. Now to add scene, you click on this, then to click on this symbol. Then you come back down here. What type of scene do you want to create? Do you want to create a scene for casual main character, casual female character, background? Let me use background animation. That's what I want to do. You can still scroll down to look for your desired option. So then I'll be selecting a scene from here. Let me use this. This looks like a farm settlement. Add. Let me click on add. Now to edit this scene, you click on this sign. Click on it again. Now it has brought you to where you type your text, where you have text field 1, text field 2. Remember, there is a minimum character or maximum character for which you can use. We have here for the first slide, we have for the first text field, we have 101 characters, 101 letters. The second field, let me check it out, 115 characters. So when you're typing, if your text is long, you use the first field. If it's longer, you bring it over to the second field. Let me start typing. This farm belongs to, I'm just putting something simple. So Mr. Wale. Then I click on done. That's my text field. Then I'll click here to close. I'll click here to go back. Then there's something I have not done. The slide time. To edit the slide time, here we have 3 seconds already for the slide time. If you want to increase the slide time, the slide duration, you come here to increase the slide duration. Remember that since you're using a free version of the application, the maximum slide time you have is 60 seconds, 1 minute. So when you've written your script, you also attach scene time to your script. To each slide, attach scene time so it will not exceed 60 minutes. So everything will be less than or equal to 60 minutes. So this is my slide duration. If you leave it at the default setting, it might be too fast. Your scene time might be too fast. So I'm making it 4 seconds, or let's say 5 seconds. Then I'll click on done. Then I'll go over, I'll close it. I'll click here to close. Then I'll add another scene. I'll go back to background animation. I still need animation to do this. Then add. I will click on this button to add scene. The farm is a very big one. Done. So I'm done. I also increase the scene time. Click on done. Then I'm going to close it. Now, when I created this slide, when I created the 4 slides, I put the last slide, the produced by or created by slide or here. So I'm going to delete it. I'll click here. So you can also delete slide. I'm showing you that you can delete if you when you're editing your scenes, you can delete or add. So I'm deleting this slide. I'll bring it to the last. I'll make it the last slide. So I'll come here. Now for my end or created by slide, I will not use animation again. Let me look for something different to use. Let me look for logo animation. Let me use logo animation. Now let me look for a logo that suits me. Now let me not use logo animation. Let me check another thing. Let me check another symbols and icon. Yeah. And let me look for one that's my preferred choice. Let me use this box. Let me add it. So now let me edit it. My text created by coach. Beauty. Done. The same thing I did when I started creating the slide is the same thing I did. The same thing I did when I opened this interface. I started teaching. It's the same thing. That was how I created all the slides. So you can use it to create your slide. You can also use it to try other options. This is animation. This is 3D animation. You can use it to also do other things. The same thing I just did. The same thing you will do. Now let me add. When I created these ones, I added voiceover to them. But for this fourth slide, I did not add voiceover. Let me look at this thing again. My test. What did my test read again? This is Mr. Ojo's farm. I'm not even finding the test again. This is Mr. Ojo's farm. Mr. Ojo's. Mr. Wale. Mr. Wale's farm. Done. Closing it. The next one, let me check it again to be sure. The farm is a big one. This okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to add voiceover to it, to the slide. So I'm going to click on edit. I'm closing. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to add voiceover. So I'm clicking on the fourth slide. There's no voiceover. I click on this music icon to add voiceover to it. Now I'm going to click on voiceover, and I've not created my voiceover, have I? I'm going to click on voiceover here. I'm going to play. I'm going to allow the slide. It started from the first slide. So I'm going
Mr. Ojo is sick and in the hospital.
He is back home with his family and friends.
His wife is happy to have him back at home.
So I'm going to pause it here because I've not created the voiceover for this. So I'm going to click on this symbol to add voiceover. I've not created voiceover. So I'm going to click on add. I'm going to click here to add voiceover. So record now. Test. Let me use text to speech. So I'll use text to speech to add it. To add my voiceover. So your voiceover should correspond with your caption, the text you entered. So I'll be using a female voice. I'm using a female voice. I'll come down here. Let me go back. I'm going to be using here. This is where you select the your sex type. This is where you select the voiceover type you want to use. So I'm using a female voice. Then I'll come down here where I have this arrow to select the voice type. So I don't want to use, okay, let me use Jennifer. So I'll be clicking on use. I'll be using Jennifer. Then I'm going to type in my text. I'll come here to type in my text. So this is Mr. Wale's farm. So I'll come down here to click on generate. So okay, it's done generating. So I'll preview.
This is Mr. Whale's farm.
voiceover name H. Can you? Okay, the voiceover has been is queuing up. So once it's done queuing up, I'm going to add it to that slide. So I'll click on this addition sign to add it to the slide. So I'm going to play it now.
Mr. Ojo is sick and in the hospital.
He is back home with his family and friends.
That's the sense of writing script.
His wife is happy to have him back at home.
So that's why this
is Mr.
Whale's
Whale's farm.
Voice to add. Let me pause it. To add voiceover. What the? It's a big farm. Okay, add voiceover. Text to speech. Let me change to female to Jennifer. Now, text to speech. The farm is a big one. Was that what? Okay, let me click on generate. Done. Voiceover name. Let me use J for it. So it's queuing up. Now I'm going to add it to the slide. Let me play it preview.
His wife is happy to have him back at. Mr. Ojo is sick and in the hospital.
He is back home with his family and friends.
His wife is happy to have him back at home.
You notice that
this is Mr. Whale's farm.
Our scene time.
The farm is a big one.
That's a sense of creating a. That's it. If you notice what's happening, our voiceover is shorter than our scene time. This is a sense of writing your script. If you write your script, you'll be able to have something reasonable that will align with your scene time. But because I didn't write a script, that's why I'm having these lapses. But when you do your own, I don't expect you to have these lapses because you must have written your script before doing this. Now, this is the last scene. Let me add the voice. Let me add the music. Let me click to add voiceover, text to speech. Female, I'm using a female voice. I'm using Jennifer's voice, created by Coach Beauty. Generate. Done. See. So you can use anything to save. So I'll be adding it. So I'm going to start all over to play, to preview what we've done.
Mr. Ojo is sick and in the hospital.
He is back home with his family and friends.
His wife is happy to have him back at home. This is Mr. Whale's farm. The farm is a big one. Created by Coach Beauty.
So I'm going to click on the preview option. This is a preview option to look at what we just did. Fast preview. I'm going to click on fast preview. So I'm going to wait for it to process and download the watermark. Almost done. Okay. Almost there. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on download with watermark. Since we are not using a free version of the app, download with watermark. It has downloaded. So I'm going back to my app. I'll go back to my app. This is my gallery. I'm going to my device. This is my gallery. So I'll look for the video. This is the Renderforest video that I just created now. So I'm going to play it.
Mr. Ojo is sick and in the
He's
hospital.
playing with watermark. That's the watermark here.
He is back home with his family and
So I'm going to
friends.
remove the watermark. So we'll also be using the remove
His wife is
objects.
happy to have him back at home. This is Mr. Whale's farm. The farm is a big one. Created by Coach Beauty. Mr. Ojo is
So
sick
the
and
next
in
thing
the
we need to
hospital.
remove the watermark to make our video professional.
He is
So
back home with his family.
I'll be leaving this place. I'll be leaving this app. I'll be leaving this place to go to check the remove objects. Select video, media picker. That's the video. That's the watermark. Remember the watermark makes your video all professional. So I'll be taking it. I'll be clicking on save to crop that part, to remove that part, to remove the watermark, so that when next our video is playing, when our new video is playing, there'll be no watermark. It will now be the video means that our video is now professional, now in a professional mode. We are done. So I'll go back to my device, go back to my gallery to look for that video here. So I'll be playing it.
Mr. Ojo is sick and in the hospital.
So we are done.
He is back home with his family and
We are
friends.
done creating a video or 3D animation.
His
using the
wife is happy to
Renderforest
have him
app.
back at home.
This is the end of our class.
This is
today.
Mr. Whale's
I'll be
farm.
dropping your assignments.
The
at
farm
the
is a big
platform.
one.
So look at the platform. Check the platform for your assignment. Try to do
Created
your
by
assignments
Coach
using
Beauty.
the Renderforest app. And see you on the next day.
Mr. Ojo is sick and